Chicago rapper Lil Durk.
Lil Durk
Targeted a rival rapper.
in a murder-for-hire plot back in 2022. Is in the hospital tonight after being attacked in federal prison.
Lil Durk is facing a drastically different reality in prison than what his fans might have expected. The O-Block rapper is reportedly struggling mentally as he endures harsh conditions behind bars while awaiting trial. His arrest sent shockwaves through the music industry when he was taken into custody near Miami International Airport. Authorities had been tracking his movements after he allegedly booked multiple international flights in an attempt to evade capture. Law enforcement officers moved in and arrested the rapper before he could leave the country. Durk was arrested on October 17, 2024, and placed in federal custody in the state where he was apprehended. A federal magistrate judge quickly ordered that he be held without bond until he could be transferred to Los Angeles for arraignment. Neither Lil Durk nor the 5 other defendants in the case have accepted any plea deals, and all 6 are set to be arraigned soon in the United States District Court in downtown Los Angeles. The charges against them are organized criminal activity, violence, and conspiracy to commit violent crimes. The prosecution's superseding indictment, which traces back to 2010, alleges that Lil Durk established an organization known as Only the Family, commonly referred to as OTF. While the group was publicly known for producing hip-hop music and building a reputation in the rap industry, prosecutors claim they were also engaged in violent criminal activities, including murder, assault, and weapons offenses, all under Durk's leadership. The indictment further states that OTF members carried out an extensive federal investigation into their activities. According to court documents, Durk had an ongoing feud with an individual referred to as TB, believed to be Quando Rondo. The tension between them escalated in November 2020 after TB's associate was allegedly responsible for the murder of Durk's close friend, King Von. The loss of King Von was a devastating blow to Durk, and prosecutors claim that he was determined to seek revenge at any cost. This led to an orchestrated attack on TB, which was planned and executed by members of OTF on August 19, 2022. OTF members and associates allegedly devised a strategy to ambush TB. They used 2 vehicles to track and stalk their target, waiting for the right moment. The situation escalated when the group opened fire at a gas station near the Beverly Center shopping mall in Los Angeles. Prosecutors allege that multiple firearms, including a machine gun, were used in the attack. At least 18 rounds were fired at TB's vehicle, putting numerous lives at risk in the busy commercial area. Law enforcement officials quickly responded to the shooting, and an investigation was launched to identify those responsible. Surveillance footage, eyewitness accounts, and forensic evidence played a crucial role in linking OTF members to the crime. Authorities gathered substantial evidence that led to multiple indictments, including the one against Lil Durk. Since his arrest, Lil Durk has reportedly been struggling behind bars. Sources close to the rapper finding it difficult to cope with the harsh conditions of federal custody. He has been kept under strict supervision, with limited access to the outside world. Reports suggest that he has been placed in a high-security section of the facility, due to concerns about his influence and potential risks associated with his incarceration. Durk's legal team has been working tirelessly to fight the charges, but the case against him appears to be strong. Prosecutors are relying on wiretaps, witness testimonies, and digital evidence to support their claims. If convicted, Lil Durk and his co-defendants could face lengthy prison sentences. Lil Durk remain anxious about his fate. Many in the hip-hop community have spoken out in support of the rapper, while others believe that justice must be served. Only time will tell how this high-profile case unfolds.
Found it pounded, peppered with bullet holes and a shattered window. One man inside, a member of Rondo's entourage, had been shot.
The team's effort did not go unnoticed, but their attempt to carry out the crime turned into a disastrous situation. In the process of targeting Quo, they accidentally shot his cousin, who was traveling with him at the time of the attack. Prosecutors allege that Lil Durk personally ordered Quo's murder, and that the individuals he enlisted to execute the plan failed miserably, leaving behind crucial evidence that ultimately led to their downfall. Durk also played a significant role in exposing himself to law enforcement. The funds used to finance the operation allegedly came from bank accounts linked to OTF and other financial sources associated with Durk. This made it easier for investigators to trace the transactions. Additionally, records from various financial institutions revealed that an OTF member and close associate of Durk coordinated the attack by purchasing one-way flights for 5 co-conspirators. These individuals traveled from Chicago to California the day before the planned murder, adding further evidence to the conspiracy. As more details emerged, it became clear how careless the execution of the plan had been. Around the same time the flights were booked, the Chicago-born rapper allegedly instructed his associate to be discreet, stating, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with Seek Me." Despite this warning, the conspirators proceeded with the travel arrangements in a way that left a paper trail for investigators to follow. On the same day, California, Durk also made his way there using a private jet. He was accompanied by another hitman as Voni, reinforcing the claim that he was personally involved in coordinating the attack. However, despite efforts to carry out a flawless operation, one of the defendants reportedly made a reckless mistake. Later that day, he went shopping and purchased ski masks for the assassins to wear during the hit. Even more incriminating, the payment was made using a credit card registered under Lil Durk's name, further implicating him in the conspiracy. The prosecution has since been building a strong case against Lil Durk, using every piece of available evidence to ensure he faces the maximum sentence. In an official statement, United States Attorney Martin Estrada described the crime as an orchestrated act of cold-blooded murder. He stated, "Mr. Banks, also known as Lil Durk, is charged with planning and executing a calculated and deadly attack that led to the tragic death of a rival's family member. Not only did this crime take a life, but it also endangered innocent people by occurring in broad daylight at a gas station in a heavily populated area. Violent gun crime like this has no place in our community, and we will not tolerate such reckless acts of violence." Assistant Director in charge of the FBI, Los Angeles Field Office, Ailey Davis, also commented on the case, reinforcing the agency's determination to bring all involved parties to justice. "No excuse can justify this violent act," Davis stated. "And let me be clear, while you may think you got away with it, the FBI is relentlessly working behind the scenes, piecing together the facts that will ultimately lead to your conviction." Los Angeles Police Chief Dominic Choi echoed these sentiments, emphasizing the collaborative effort that led to the arrest. This investigation was made possible through the joint work of the U.S. Attorney's Office, the FBI, and LAPD's Operation West Bureau Homicide Detectives. Their dedication to uncovering the truth led us to Durk D, also known as Lil Durk, and exposed his involvement in this brutal and senseless crime. As the case progresses, additional charges have been filed against the rapper. Prosecutors have uncovered more evidence linking him to various offenses, significantly increasing the severity of his legal troubles. The charges now include 1 count of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms, including a machine gun, and an additional charge of possession of violent firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence. If convicted, Lil Durk could face a substantial prison sentence, further jeopardizing his career and future. The 32-year-old rapper's indictment was initially filed through a criminal complaint, but 2 additional felony charges have now been brought against him. The updated 4-count indictment names Lil Durk as the lead defendant, tying him to a previous indictment from October 17, 2024, when he was arrested The indictment also implicates 5 other defendants in connection with the August 2022 murder of Quando Rondo's cousin. The 4 co-defendants named in the indictment include 28-year-old Kayvon London Grant, known on the streets of Atlanta as Cuz or Voni, 33-year-old DeAndre Del Wilson, also known as DD, from Chicago, 33-year-old David Bran Lindsay, known as Brown Eyes, from Addison, Illinois, 33-year-old Keith Jones, also called Flacca, from Gary, Indiana, and 36-year-old